Hi, I'm Reba from the Mystery Box Show. Today's storyteller got in touch with us after being subscribed to this YouTube channel and watching a video on how to pitch a story to the Mystery Box Show. Decided they wanted to pitch, and we're super glad that they did. They provided us with an incredible story that we can't wait to share with you. So please welcome Earthnova.
It was late at night and in the dead of winter that I was at that door. The door I reached in a desperate hope to become lovable. I had never really liked myself. I all my hobbies were solitary. I didn't like the things that everyone else does to make friends. I don't like bars. I don't like sports, nightclubs. And even when I am adjacent to other people, just talking is difficult for me because of my disability. I am autistic. So, of course, a loser like me has never been on a date or had a first kiss. But then I heard about something that might fix this. So I got on a train to Brooklyn to it, in the winter on the night before my 25th birthday to get to a queers only sex party to lose my virginity. When I got to that door, I didn't know I had the right address at first because it's not as if they had a big sign up front advertising the depravity within. Uh, didn't see a building number even, but in the little window in the door, I could see a guy beckoning me. So I come in out of the cold and he asked me for the $20 fee. And then he directs me to the least handicap accessible stairs I had ever seen, at the bottom of which, on the right, there was the pants check, and on the left was a changing area. I properly researched the rules to this party beforehand when I heard about it from my bisexual support group. So I knew the rule is you strip down to your underwear, socks, shoes, everything else has to be checked. So I stripped down. I handed the pants check guy coat, scarf, shirt, pants, all of it. And then he asked me for $1. And I told him I paid the other guy. And it turns out the pants check fee is separate. I felt like I was getting nickel and dimed already, but okay, fine, whatever. I take back the pants, take out the wallet, take out the dollar, hand that back. And then he gave me a plane ticket. And I asked him, what am I supposed to do with this? You just took away my pockets. And he paused before answering me as if I was the first person to ever wonder this. And he's like, put in your sock? Okay, fine, whatever. I'm just powering through. Okay, I get through all that and I'm finally in. I go in, and through the dazzling lights of the legit disco ball in the ceiling, I could see in the room a stripper pole, a couple of benches, a folding table with some snacky cakes, entrance to some sort of maze, and a DJ booth blaring out 90s pop hits. I didn't see that many people though, because it turns out when you're on time for a sex party, that's actually early. So I sit on the bench, powering through the lights and the music, and it's uncomfortable, but basically the same as any night out because of my disability. But I already knew how to cope with these things and mask that from everybody else. So I sit down and I watch other people come in, and I sort of compare myself to them, trying to find somebody in my league. Uh, so when I found a possible candidate, someone to talk to, I do what I do to start a conversation. The way I learned to speak with my disability is sort of like one of the conversation trees from a BioWare game. Cause like you've got like several options, and the entire point of me coming to this party instead of the nightclub it looks like is my thinking goes that instead of navigating through 50 different options over weeks and months to get to the sex part, everyone here is doing or talking about it anyway. So it's got to be like only two options. But trying to navigate these options in my head, thinking what I could say, what they would respond with, what I should respond with that's appropriate, while blocking out the lights and the music. It was very taxing on my concentration, and I still couldn't even speak to somebody. I Even when it's the most easy I've ever made it, I still failed. A couple of hours in, one of the hosts, Pickles, uh, went around asking people how it's going, checking in. And when she got to me, I started unloading about how much I wasn't going. I told her I didn't know what I should be doing here. So she decided to take me on a little tour of the place, through the maze, looking at the beds, the swings, the people using them. And then she gave me some advice. She told me that I was putting too much pressure on myself. I should talk to people without an agenda. I was basically doing just fine. So I sit with this on the bench, trying to block out the music. And then I notice somebody being tied to the stripper pole. She was wearing some sort of cookie cutter schoolgirl outfit, and she looked like she was just trying out being a woman for the night. And after stringing her up, Pickles announced that she was looking for someone to spank her. So she was asking for volunteers to come up, and she picked me. She grabbed me, brought me right up to the pole, handed me the whip. And so I approached this like one of those old Sierra or LucasArts puzzles. Use whip, on masochist, get moans. And I was finally able to block out everything else, the lights, the music, and I could focus on the task ahead of me. I delivered precise strikes, and I listened to her responses and adjusted to deliver maximum pleasure to her. And I later learned this is basically being a submissive top, and it clicked for me. I was succeeding. I was actually pleasuring someone doing something that was natural to me, just using process I already knew, and it felt right. So afterwards, we were chatting. And I learned that she's an engineer. She, on the side, makes spanking machines that are way harder, that deliver massive wallop. She also told me her name, but I forgot that one right away. It's something like Tabitha, Teresa, Tracy, something with a T. Anyway, uh, as I was trying to block out the music, listening to her, I was thinking back in my head that maybe she likes me. I don't know. And then she touched me on the penis. And then I knew with slightly more certainty that maybe she does like me. And then I touched her on her penis. And it was like I completed a circuit. It felt amazing. I was finally doing it, the thing I'm here for, and it was exactly what I was looking for. After a little bit of this, she asked me if I would like to stick my penis up her ass. So I answered with alacrity. I got her flipped over, lubed up, condom on, ready to go. I'm in, and I'm trying to focus on what's in front of me, but the music and the lights are interfering. I can't concentrate. I'm trying to force it, make it to go, and I lost the erection after 3 seconds. After all that, after all the success, I still failed. She turns around and asks me what happened. So I had to admit that I lost it. I I I'm still not good. And then she asked me if there was something I wanted to do. It was okay. It was okay that I couldn't do what other people do. That I can just do what I like. I don't have to be someone else. So I suggested something I always fantasized about: 69ing. We did it. I liked it, and it was great. I didn't have to pretend. I could just be honest, and it worked out. I'm fine the way I am. So at last call, I go back to the pants check, give back my claim ticket, take everything back, and I'm putting on everything I brought with me: the pants, shirt, scarf, jacket. But that desperation I started with, I decided to leave it. I didn't need that anymore. So I walked back up the stairs, out back into the brisk early morning, through the same door. I entered a 24-year-old loser and left as a 25-year-old player, uh, starting a new save file. Happy birthday to me.
Thanks for watching. Tell us what you thought of Earthnova's story in the comments below. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can find us at patreon.com/mysteryboxshow and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our upcoming live streams and confession corners. We'll see you next time.